What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your $1,400 third stimulus check update, fourth stimulus check update, and related news. We now know why Social Security recipients have not received their $1,400. We're going to go over the latest details of that, as well as more information on the upcoming fourth stimulus round and what Vice President Kamala Harris is now up to. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. This way you won't miss out on updates on the third stimulus check and the upcoming fourth round of stimulus, of which there's multiple different stimulus provisions in the next round. One has already started with $1 billion of student loan debt forgiveness, already done by President Biden here within the last several days. Don't forget to hit the like button and let's jump right in. President Joe Biden has now put Vice President Kamala Harris in charge of the border crisis and the immigration crisis happening on the Mexican border. This assignment for the vice president marks her first major role since she has been sworn in January. President Joe Biden, whose administration is grappling with the border crisis at the southern border, has now tasked Vice President Kamala Harris on Wednesday with leading efforts to coordinate with Mexico and the Central American nations of Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador. President Joe Biden says, "I can't think of anybody who is better qualified to do this. When she speaks for me and doesn't have to check with me." The vice president will work to stem the flow of people coming to the border, with thousands of whom are with unaccompanied children. Biden, among other reversals of the Trump era immigration policy, ended the prior administration's practice of expelling unaccompanied minors at the border. But the recent increase in migrants has quickly overwhelmed Border Patrol stations and processing facilities, which are grappling with backlogs and overcrowding. Harris this week called the situation at the border a huge problem. Quote, "The surge we're dealing with now started with the last administration, but it's our responsibility to deal with it humanely and to stop what's happening," President Biden said yesterday. That this increase has been consequential. Vice President Kamala Harris says the work will not be easy, but it is important work. It is work that we demand, and the people of our countries, I believe, need to help stem the tide that we have seen. This comes as the Pentagon has now set up 2 Texas bases to house migrant children. The Department of Defense has announced that they will temporarily house unaccompanied migrant children at 2 Texas military installations, the Pentagon has announced yesterday. The DoD approved a request for assistance from the Department of Health and Human Services to temporarily house the children at a vacant dormitory at the Joint Base San Antonio and in Lackland, Texas. Children will also stay in a, quote, "suitable temporary housing facility" on an area of land at Fort Bliss outside El Paso, according to a Pentagon statement. The city of Oakland, California will join 40 other cities in experimenting with a type of universal basic income for low-income people from these cities. Oakland will begin paying $500 to some low-income families in Oakland, California, along with 40 other cities in the United States. Here is the Oakland mayor on this program.
Today, Oakland, California launches one of the largest guaranteed income demonstrations to date in the nation. 600 Oakland families will receive $500 a month for 18 months. Our vision is an Oakland that has closed the racial wealth gap and where all families thrive. And we believe that guaranteed income is the most transformative policy that can achieve this vision and whose time has come. We believe that poverty is not personal failure, it is policy failure. Oakland joins with cities across this great nation.
Libby Schaaf, the mayor of Oakland, is one of 40 U.S. mayors who are members of an advocacy organization, Mayors for a Guaranteed Income, known as MGI, a group devoted to testing the effectiveness of a flat guaranteed income as a means to reducing poverty. primarily among communities of color who have been socioeconomically redlined from building wealth. MGI was founded in June 2020 by former Stockton, California Mayor Michael Tubbs. The concept gained more mainstream traction during the 2020 Democratic presidential primaries when former candidate Andrew Yang introduced it as a major campaign platform. Since then, 40 different cities have decided to join MGI and work to test drive a universal basic income plan, including Stockton, Baltimore, Houston, and Madison, Wisconsin, among others. Quote, part of this demonstration in Oakland and demonstration throughout this nation is really to reckon with the fact that we understand the issue isn't that people don't work. The issue isn't that people don't want to work. The issue is that the economy does not work for people, said Mayor Michael Tubbs. Here is a list of the 40 different cities that are in the MGI program, Mayors for a Guaranteed Income. As you can see here on the screen, this is a list of 40 different cities in the United States that are testing out a guaranteed income for low income families in each city with around $500 per month. Let me know your thoughts about a program like this down below in the comments. Are you for a program like this or are you against a program like this? Let me know your thoughts, as it's definitely interesting to see 40 different cities already testing this out. That's definitely another form of stimulus that I wasn't expecting to report today, but 40 different cities is nothing to sneeze at. Speaking of the fourth round of stimulus that has already started, with President Biden already canceling $1 billion of student loan debt for defrauded borrowers, that's really only just a small sliver of the student loan debt. And we have dozens of Democratic lawmakers from the Senate and the House urging President Biden to go ahead and at least do $10,000 of student loan debt forgiveness for all Americans that have student loan debt. And we have a lot of them pushing Biden for more than $10,000 student loan debt, which Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says can simply be done through a presidential executive order. It doesn't even need to go through a bill through Congress.
Another issue, real quick, is on forgiving student loan debt. President Biden said that flatly no, that to the progressive, saying it should be $50,000. He said it should be $10,000. Your reaction?
We want at least $50,000 canceled. We believe, again, this is $1.7 trillion of student debt. And if you cancel that debt, you give a lifeline to millions of people across this country. So let's work on it together. Obviously, if Congress could do it, that's great. But we believe that the president has the authority to do it. And we've been in conversation with the White House about it. And we urge President Biden to use every tool in his toolbox and get relief to people at this critical time.
Now, I personally do expect President Biden to do at least $10,000 of student loan debt in the near future. Well, because he's said personally multiple times that he is willing to do $10,000 of student loan debt. The real question is, when will it happen? How will it happen? And will it be more than $10,000 of student loan debt? About 1 in 6 adults right now suffer from student loan debts. And this kind of opens the gate to what I'm already seeing is discussions on whether or not other types of debt could be forgiven in the near future as well. Biden's plan to fix student loans puts the spotlight on other types of debt cancellation and easier bankruptcies in the near future. People are already asking the question, well, if you're going to forgive somebody's $10,000 of student loan debt, what if you don't have a student loan debt? Can you cancel other types of debt? And honestly, this opens the door to this happening in the near future because really people are already saying, I don't have student loan debt. What about me? Do I get any debt forgiven? Can you forgive medical debt? Can you forgive credit card debt? Can you forgive mortgage debt? And honestly, I think after they canceled the $10,000 or more of student loan debt, I honestly believe that's going to happen for probably 90% certainty because, well, President Biden said he's willing to do it. And Chuck Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader, says he can do it through just an executive order. So now that the dust is just barely starting to settle on the third stimulus check package, I expect that to happen in the near future. But what will happen with other types of debt for people who don't have student loan debts. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think they should cancel other types of debt, such as mortgage debt forgiveness, medical debt forgiveness, possibly credit card debt forgiveness for other people that don't qualify for student loan debt forgiveness? Yesterday, the Treasury Department announced that they sent out 37 million stimulus checks, 17 via direct deposit yesterday, and 20 million in the mail via stimulus checks in the mail and debit cards in the mail. And late last night, we also figured out the reason why people on Social Security, well, about 90% of people on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and all the Social Security benefit programs haven't yet received their stimulus checks or their direct deposits for the $1,400 stimulus checks. Well, it turns out it's a blunder by SSA, the Social Security Administration. And while that does kind of make sense, because we're trying to figure out, why is it just Social Security? Why is 90% of Social Security people haven't not gotten their checks? What is the common denominator? Well, the common denominator is that they're all on Social Security and Social Security messed something up. And that is exactly what happened. 30 million Social Security beneficiaries are waiting on their $1,400 third stimulus check because the Social Security Administration hasn't sent the required paperwork to the IRS, said House of Representative Richard Neal late last night. Nearly 30 million Americans who benefit from Social Security and Supplemental Security Income, SSI, are waiting on desperately needed COVID-19 stimulus checks because the Social Security Administration simply hasn't sent the necessary paperwork over to the IRS, according to Representative Richard Neal and other Democratic lawmakers. In a letter late last night, Neal and other members of the House Ways and Means Committee chairs demanded that the Social Security Administration send the required payment files to the IRS within 24 hours. Basically, today is their deadline. They called the holdup inexplicable just a day after they wrote the IRS and SSA a previous letter to say that there are no excuses for delays on the approved $1,400 stimulus checks to vulnerable Americans who benefit from the income through the Social Security umbrella. Quote, we are aware that the IRS asked the Social Security Administration to start sending payment files 2 weeks before the American Rescue Plan became law on March 11th, 2021, the lawmakers wrote. As of today, SSA still has not provided the IRS with the payment files that are needed to issue these stimulus checks to the struggling Americans. We demand that you immediately provide the IRS this information by, well, now today, March 25th, 2021. In a letter to the IRS and the Social Security Administration on Tuesday, the lawmakers noted that in 2 previous rounds of stimulus payments during the pandemic, the agencies worked together to ensure prompt payments to Social Security, SSI, RRB, and VA beneficiaries. Yet this time around, lawmakers are receiving reports of delays, putting critical assistance on hold for millions of Americans in need. So Social Security is supposed to respond today, and while direct deposits are continuing to go out today and tomorrow, and there's also another large batch of direct deposits, paper checks, and debit cards going out tomorrow. Remember, about 20 million paper checks and debit cards went out yesterday, and we're going to see millions more tomorrow. And a lot of people are getting paper checks or debit cards in the mail with your stimulus money on it, even if you were supposed to get a direct deposit. There's millions of people that are going to get these in the mail instead of a direct deposit. So please keep an eye on your mail. Do not throw anything out from the Department of Treasury, whether it's a debit card or a stimulus check. Please do not be one of those people. There's over 100,000 people that have already thrown these away. I'll keep you up to date on the Social Security problem and the 4th stimulus check package. Don't miss the next video. Hopefully we'll have some information back about this problem here for the next video. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 8 p.m., and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, I want to ask you guys, is anybody out there that got a stimulus check via direct deposit or in the mail that the IRS Get My Payment tool showed your status as check unavailable or unavailable? Did you already receive? Is there anybody out there that had unavailable status that already got your $1,400? Let us know down below in the comments. It'll help out our viewers, our community, and our extended family. Subscribe down below if you haven't yet. It's completely free to do so. This way you won't miss out on new videos as they come out. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have dozens of students that have replaced their 9-to-5 income selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. Click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.